Hi, I'm Vicki Javins, President of Premier Therapy, and I'd like to welcome you for our first year of the, of the 2015 year, Premier Perk, our show that talks about some of the happenings going on with Premier and some of the things going on out there in the field. So today we have with us Robin Boyle. She is Premier's Director of Operations. Robin has been with Premier for 15 years. She's been with us from the start, and I'm honored to work with her. Robin is a PT by background, and so we really appreciate her expertise, not only from a PT perspective, but from an executive perspective as well. Robin has been in upper management for over 15 years. So she brings a lot to the table. And some of the things we were talking about were the programs that Premier is introducing now for its customers and all of the residents, with all of the changes going on in healthcare and what everybody's experiencing every day. And one of the programs that we wanted to talk about was our HALT program. And I wanted Robin to share with you what the HALT program is and how everybody is benefiting from it. Robin, tell us.
The HALT program, it stands for Hospital Admissions Lessened Through Therapy. And we really felt with the changes with Medicare and how CMS is adjusting payments to the hospitals based on readmissions back to them in 30 days. And that came about in 2012. They had certain diagnoses groups that, with that diagnosis, if the person is admitted from that hospital into this skilled nursing facility and then goes back to the hospital within 30 days, the hospital incurred an adjustment in payment, lesser. So what is happening is now they're proposing in 2018 for skilled nursing to have that adjustment in payment if there is an admission back into the hospital within 30 days. And some of the diagnoses that they're looking at now and some that will be coming up are pneumonia, heart failure, acute myocardial infarction, and they also are looking, coming in 2015, total hips, total knees.
Everything that everybody has in their nursing homes.
Yes, exactly. So it's really important, if your therapy is not involved with any kind of a comprehensive review in your facility, along with your IDT team, you want to make sure that that happens. And the HALT program does that by putting in communication systems, formalizing meetings, and then also putting some kind of risk management systems in place.
Now, who all participates in it? Typically, we, as you said, IDT.
Right.
But when we have implemented this, do you have key people? How often do you meet to discuss it? And has it decreased the amount of readmissions?
Right. First and foremost, most department heads are appropriate to be in this meeting. So, I mean, anywhere from dietary to activities, restorative, MDS, of course, you know, those departments can contribute any kinds of risk behaviors or issues that are going on with the patient. Families can be involved, as well as you want to try to involve the physician. So it's really important for those teams to get together, and we have a very formal program that we take them through, with not only meetings that have to occur, but forms that the facility can use to organize what's going on.
Some criteria as to maybe you don't want to send them out, and maybe we take a look at X, Y, and Z.
Right.
The purpose is to get everybody to look at the patient holistically.
Absolutely. And so, yes, it is decreasing admissions back into the hospital. And some of the things that we look at is, on a medical standpoint, we might be looking at somebody that has pain, and we're able to address that very timely either through therapy, also maybe through some medication adjustments, but that involves the team, and we assign duties to whoever needs to follow through with it, and we check it the next meeting the next week to make sure that we've done those things.
Now, are you finding that a lot of the administrators and the DONs are choosing this program to focus on for the new year? Because typically at Premier, we'll sit down and work with them and tell them things that we recommend, but of course we want to be sure we're meeting and exceeding their needs, what they're feeling. Are people picking this program?
Right. Most of the time in the facility, they're doing things informally, and this adds organization and structure to something that is not unfamiliar to them, but it just gives them the means in which to make sure that all the buttons and little, T's are crossed and I's are dotted for that person.
So the DONs are really liking it.
Oh, absolutely.
What I'm hearing.
Absolutely. Very clinically based, and it involves all of the departments and the facilities, which is a really good thing.
Oh, great. So that's just an example of one of the programs that Premier is working on to help you all with what's going on in the future and preparing you and getting you ready. So that's one example of everything that Premier is doing. And at this time, I'd like to thank you for your time. It's always enjoyable.
Thanks.
And we'll get with our next session. Will be coming up with Premier in probably another month and a half or so.
Great.
So thank you.
Thank you, Vicki.